Welcome back. So by now you've learned how to tune the saxophone. You've learned about getting a good sound on the saxophone. You've learned about the embouchure and the good posture and the airstream. And we've learned the first three notes. Again, those notes are B, A, and G. B, A, G. Now it's time for us to learn a song that uses those notes. And this song, you might have heard of it. It's called Hot Crossed Buns. One of the first songs that most people learn because it only takes three notes, but it's a very good song. So I'm going to teach it to you. I'm going to show you the notes, tell you what they are, and I'm going to work with you on the rhythms. We'll talk a little bit about rhythm as we go. Now it is important that you always try to learn these songs looking at the music because that's what you'll be doing in band. You need to learn how to read the music, read the notes. But for right now, I'll teach it to you by rote so you can hear it. Okay, so the first note in this song is a B. And that B is a half note, which gets 2 counts. And then the second note is an A. And that is also a half note, gets 2 counts. So we're going to be thinking about rhythm. We're going to be thinking about counting now too as well. Not just notes, not just blowing, but we have to count and keep rhythm. So the first 2 notes again, B, A. And then the third note is a G. Now this is a whole note. A whole note gets 4 counts. That looks like a big oval note on the music paper. So again, the first measure is B, A, and the second measure is G. And there's 4 counts in each measure. B, A, G. So that's the beginning of our song. So now it's a very simple song. I'm going to start playing just the first 2 measures, and I'm going to give you a count off so you can feel the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. As simple as that. That's the first 2 measures of the song. B, half note, A, half note, G, whole note. Okay, we're counting as we go. In our head, as we play, we can tap our foot to help us keep rhythm. Guess what? You've learned the first 4 measures because the next 2 measures after that are the same as the first 2 measures. All right, it's a repeat. So let me do that again for the first part of the song. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the first part of this song, the first 4 bars. Now there's another part to this song that's a little different, the 5th bar. Now here's where we go into a different type of rhythm. We go into quarter notes, and this quarter note, the first quarter note, starts on G. Okay, and it's just 1 whole measure of quarter notes of G, so 4 Gs. Let me count that off so you can get the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the 5th measure. Same rhythms on a new note, A. 4 A's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's our 6th measure. Now let me play those 2 measures again. It's good to isolate parts of the song when you're learning it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning and see if we can get that far. All right? Remember how the beginning goes? It's B, A, G. And then again, B, A, G. And then the new part, G, 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 A, 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 A. Let's see if we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. almost there. Only 2 more measures. And guess what? You've already played those 2 measures. It's the same as the first 2 measures. So let's add that on, the last 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that's the whole song, so it just has those 3 notes. Let's play it again. I'll play the whole thing. You can play along with me if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's hot cross buns. Now there's one more thing I'd like to add before we leave this lesson today. While you're playing, you want to keep counting, keep your rhythm steady as you can. And in between each phrase, it's good to take a breath. And when I take a breath at the end of a long note and make sure I come right in on the next note. Something to always think about when you're playing music, keeping rhythm, is to take your breath at the end of long notes. Oftentimes in your music, there'll be breath marks marked in your page. In this case, we're just doing it by ear, so I'm explaining it to you. And basically every 2 measures, I'm taking a breath after the end of each phrase. I hope you have fun with hot cross buns.